Janiyah receives a heartbreaking call from her mother. Her daughter, Arya, died the previous night from a seizure. Flashbacks reveal that Janiyah spent the day hallucinating Arya's presence, explaining why actions like school pickup and CPS involvement never truly happened. As the FBI prepares to storm the bank, Janiyah appears to get shot, collapsing dramatically. But in a twist, we realize this was another hallucination, a near-fatal vision. In reality, Detective Raymond negotiates her surrender. With bank manager Nicole by her side, Janiyah walks out with her hands raised, peacefully arrested amid cheers of public support. In the film's final moments, Janiyah thanks Nicole, takes her seat in a cop car, and is driven away, not dead, but alive and heading toward an uncertain, but hopeful, future. Now let's go back to how all these drama unfolded. Janiyah Wilkinson, a single mother, resides in a dilapidated apartment alongside her chronically ill daughter, Arya. One morning, as she helps Arya bathe and get ready for school, Janiyah reminds her to keep her science project dry. Arya, irritated at not being allowed to bathe on her own, vents her frustration and reveals that their teacher announced in class that her mother couldn't afford to pay for her lunch. Though hurt, Janiyah does her best to stay focused on making it to work. Before leaving, she hands some spare coins to a wheelchair-bound neighbor, only to be scolded by her landlord, who warns that eviction will follow unless the rent is paid by 10 a.m. After dropping Arya off at school, where they receive an odd glance from the principal, Janiyah makes her way to her job at a local grocery store. There, a customer angrily hurls a bottle at her when she refuses to accept a WIC card for ineligible items. Her manager, showing no compassion, orders her to clean up the mess. While in the stockroom, Janiyah gets a call from Arya's school, asking her to come in immediately. Despite needing to leave, her boss insists she be back within 30 minutes and withholds her paycheck. Janiyah dashes to the bank to get cash for Arya's lunch but is thwarted by a long queue. At the school, she's shocked to be met by the principal and a Child Protective Services agent, who proceed to take Arya away. Janiyah begs them to at least take her daughter's medication, but they leave without it. Driving back to work in the pouring rain, she unintentionally cuts off a man who turns out to be an off-duty cop. He retaliates by tossing a drink at her and forcing her off the road. When officers arrive, they impound her vehicle over expired paperwork. Eventually, she makes it back to work, only to be terminated. Her employer again refuses to release her paycheck. Upon returning home, Janiyah finds her possessions scattered outside. She's been evicted. She heads back to the grocery store to confront her boss. But while inside, two armed men barge in to rob the place. One demands Arya's backpack, and when Janiyah refuses to hand it over, he attacks her. In the scuffle, she seizes the gun and shoots him. Her ex-boss then accuses her of orchestrating the robbery, claiming the intruder knew her name from her name tag. In a panic, Janiyah fatally shoots him too and escapes with her paycheck. At the bank, the teller won't cash her check without proper identification. Desperate, Janiyah pulls a gun, prompting the teller to hand over money. A silent alarm is triggered. The bank manager, Nicole, recognizes Janiyah and gently attempts to calm her. Meanwhile, detectives Raymond and Grimes, already investigating the store incident, are alerted to the ongoing bank situation. Raymond, a former army negotiator, offers to speak directly with Janiyah. Over the phone, they start to establish a fragile connection. In the meantime, a bank employee secretly begins live-streaming the standoff, attracting public sympathy. Crowds begin to gather outside. After Janiyah ends the call, police jam the signal. Raymond, moved by Janiyah's story, identifies the off-duty cop who harassed her and has him taken into custody. Inside the bank, Nicole and Janiyah disable the surveillance system. However, another teller named Tessa secretly scribbles a message on a bathroom window, revealing that the supposed bomb is actually just Arya's science project. Raymond physically confronts the officer who threatened Janiyah and demands the FBI let her continue communicating with him. When they refuse, he delivers a photo of the officer to Janiyah through Nicole. Janiyah confirms the man's identity and agrees to release the hostages, but Nicole chooses to stay. Janiyah then receives a phone call from her mother, who sorrowfully reminds her that Arya passed away the previous night following a seizure. A flashback reveals the heartbreaking truth. Arya had been a figment of Janiyah's imagination the entire day. The school never contacted her, and CPS was never involved. Nicole had stayed because she understood Arya was already gone and wanted to keep Janiyah from harming herself. As the FBI prepares to breach the building, tear gas is launched, and Janiyah appears to be shot, another illusion. In reality, she surrenders peacefully to Detective Raymond, with Nicole standing beside her. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment. Thank you.